All right, so leadership lesson today is today's leadership lesson is all about not leaning on your own natural gifts, but marshaling all of the resources available to you. So the example that was given is in Rome. There was a leader who was he was a general in another country, and he was trying to teach his men that working together is better than working alone, and using all of the different talents and skills available to you in an effective way is how you gain victory. And so the task that he gave was, he took the strongest man in his army, put him out in front of everybody with a pony, and then he took the weakest man in his army and put him out in front of everybody with this big war horse. And he told them both that they needed to pull the hairs out of the tail of their respective animal. But he had them do it in two different ways. The strong man was required to pull all of the hairs out at one time, whereas the weakest man was instructed to pull the hairs out of the tail one at a time. And that was the one who was successful, obviously, was the weak man. And it was because he was using all of the resources available instead of trying to just depend on himself, on his brute strength, doing it all himself all at once, whereas the other man was able to do it one at a time, slow and steady, and his own strengths did not matter. And so that's what we do in the club. Same thing. We need to be able to work together as a unit and utilize the strengths of all of the men in the crew and in the club to be effective in our ministry and in our mission. You do the same thing at work. I'm a director. I've got 10 teachers and 13 teachers and 4 therapists and 10 teaching assistants and 40 or 50 DSPs all underneath me, but I can't do all of their jobs on my own. I need to count on them to do their parts. My job is to organize them by their strengths and put them in the places they need to be successful. And it's something that I had to do recently. I have a teacher whose strength is not running a classroom every single day. He's very relationship based, but he is not super organized or planning based. And so I was having him running a classroom while I was down a teacher, and it was just not being successful. And so what I had to do was pull him from that classroom and put him back into his area of strength, which is rotating through and covering for teachers that are absent that day, and allow his strength to really be utilized more effectively. And that's what our job is as leaders. So I hope that speaks to somebody today. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Can't wait to see you on Friday. I think I'm going to see most of y'all. And just be praying in this season, and that the new guys come in our direction are able to see the strengths that we all have and the way that we marshal them in an effective way. Love y'all.